Hello everyone, my name is FARHAN bin ELIAS. My matric number is 143333. I am from group 3 for LSP 402. Today I want to do an individual oral presentation that has been given by my lecturer. Okay. First of all, I want to show you this video. Okay, that video was taken from the film, which is Stop the Horror. The horrific scene from that film is recreated from the final stage of the brain cancer, which is used in the Right to Die campaigner to push the legalize of the voluntary euthanasia. So you know what is my topic, right? So my topic for this individual or representation is euthanasia. Euthanasia is generally known as allowing patient to die, and it is also understood as assisted suicide, physician assisted suicide, or doctor assisted suicide. It is also recognized as a mercy killing in a contemporary literature. Uh, in other words, euthanasia is also to take a deliberate action to with the extent intention of ending life to relieve the unbearable suffering. The term of euthanasia is a combination of two Latin word which is eu and euthanasia. Eu means well, while the euthanasia means death, meaning the mercy death, or what we call today as a mercy killing. Also, the Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary define euthanasia as the practice of killing without pain of a person who is suffering from an incurable and painful disease. Euthanasia can be divided into four classifications, which are for active euthanasia, passive euthanasia, voluntary euthanasia, and involuntary euthanasia. For active euthanasia, which is also called positive euthanasia, means intentionally causing a person death by performing an action, but such as giving a lethal injection. Hence, when a physician give injection with a drug with intent to kill a patient, it will be an act of euthanasia. Secondly, passive euthanasia, which also called as a negative euthanasia, is withholding or withdrawing the necessary or extraordinary medical treatment. For example, if a physician withhold some extraordinary and excessively burdensome treatment from a patient and let the patient to die in a natural way, it does not come under euthanasia. Thirdly, voluntary euthanasia is either an act conducted by the medical doctor or someone else with a proper consent from the patient by giving a lethal injection or high dose of painkiller injection. And lastly, involuntary euthanasia is letting the patient die without his consent or permission. This type of euthanasia is conducted with the consent of the family of the patient or following decision from the medical doctor. However, some of the opponent of this act blames it is a homicide because it is an act of the physician assisted killing. The conduct of euthanasia has been in practice since a long time ago. After a long battle of legalization, today some of the countries around the world legalize the voluntary euthanasia because of it act with the consent of the patients due to unbearable suffering. As you can see in this map, these are the euthanasia law in the country of Europe. As of 2015, the euthanasia is legal in the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. In America, the state of Oregon legitimately legalized the voluntary active euthanasia where the consent of the patient is obtained. The legislation of euthanasia of this country is sanctioned based on the several factors, which helping not only the patient but also existing member of the family of the patient and the government itself. There are many point of view from other people around the world regarding to euthanasia. From the positive view, many people are interested to support the ideas because of the self-determination, which is they have right to choose their fate. The distinction between the passive euthanasia, which is often permitted, and active euthanasia, which is not substantive. Also, the decision of mercy killing is appropriate if the patient's body is in gradual decline and their organs are in continuous failure and their agonizing pain is unbearable. However, there are some negative views which this act of euthanasia should not be allowed due to the last stage of life is not always painful and effective pain relief injection are widely available today. Also, the moral significance is established between the active and passive euthanasia, and the legalization of euthanasia are also will divide the society apart. Noble and moral attitude are reflected as the shining values by which people are as peaceful and acceptable, and the society is prosperous. In this case, which type of euthanasia, either active and passive euthanasia, is Islamically acceptable? It can be scrutinized in the light of Al-Quran and the Sunnah, and also, in this case, killing a person is worse than the letting him to die. Islam does not allow killing, but dying itself is part of our faith. A physician should not take an active part in terminating a life of patient, even if it is his or her guardian request, or even if the reason is incurable and unbearable pain that cannot be reduced by usual painkillers. Therefore, an active euthanasia in the form of voluntary gratification is not allowed in Islam. As the conclusion, from many fatwas and opinion on the euthanasia, it is justifiable to conclude that active euthanasia, passive euthanasia, voluntary euthanasia, involuntary euthanasia, and physician-assisted suicide are all illegal and are not recommended according to most Muslim scholars. With regards to passive euthanasia, after verification of many Muslim scholars' fatwas, it is permissible with the condition from the medical expert. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.